City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down, yeah.
I was born in the city, I was raised on its edges. My pop worked his life on its complex. I found love in its center. If I could live here forever, think it'd be for the better. I love the weather, even though it's fog 24/7. I love the people, this is city. I met all my best friends, and I wanna thank every brick. I wanna thank every entrance to every building that I step in this city of mine. I owe you most my best moments in life. See, I fell in love for the first time in Golden Gate Park. I saw my first rap show at Great American Hall. I used to beg my homies for a ride across the bridge to goof off and spend the whole damn day doing whatever we want. Keith drove us down to Ike's place while we roll up a blunt, and me and Jack would get stoney, walk around and get lost. Don't think I'll ever truly pay back all I was lucky to get just by walking through the city. No, I'm a small part of this.
City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
I never really had a place to call my own, so I travel and I roam till I find that. But I'm full of adventure, so I wander and I venture, and it's safe to say that really I don't mind that. I book a flight to try to figure where my mind's at, a spot where I don't spend no money, just some time at. I mix and mingle with the people till I learn a little. I brought some weed and baby, maybe we could burn a little. She said you're funny, I said no, I'm Xavier, then I left. Sun shining, birds chirping, let me take a breath. I'm headed to the city where my chance to make it best. What people like to give a little, then you take the rest. I'm hoping one day maybe I can find a place to rest. I fell in love with life and wonder where it take me next. I like the hustle and bustle, I fell in love with the fashion. I feel the pulse of the city, it's moving me like a passion, and it's mine.
How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine. How I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. Me and my hometown, baby, we go way back. All the situations, circumstances, still we don't mind. Steady going on, I dance around the street lights. Hey, I know every street sign, hanging around the block like if you are my friend, then you are welcome any moment. Yeah, city of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine, how I love this city of mine. It never gets me down.
What it do, beef stew? What it do, beef stew? What it do? Welcome to the showgram. I am Doc Rock, your content creation coach, and today we finna talk a little bit about this IG life. Man, I'm telling you, it's different, people. It's different. We're gonna get into it real quick. I just want to double check to make sure everything is everything. It looks like folks is in the building. I think we're in there. Rich said I'm a postage stamp. I was like, man, Rich, you confused me for like a split second, but now I get it. Now I get it. Let me make sure everything else is out the way here, because I can't have people. Let me just check. All right. Message from Diana says that the building is on fire. All right, we got that. All right, so here's the deal. I'm going to try to run through this as soon as possible because there is a high probability, I hope not, there's a high probability we may have to like dip out really short, in which case we'll redo it on Saturday. Because what happens is Spectrum is coming to install the gig fiber today. will install the bones of the gig fiber. They're not going to actually turn it on today, which is irritating, like why they don't do it in one day. I don't know, Spectrum. Why? Tell me why. Anyway, they're coming to install the gig fiber today, and you know those guys, right? We're going to give you an appointment between January and August. No, they said it was going to be between basically 8 and 4, and like the stream is at 8. So I'm like, really though, people, you know, I'm in the middle of doing something, talking to my people, but they're like, when they come, you got to be there. Otherwise, you go back to the bottom of the list. And you know that list be long, right? All right, cool. So just in case I got to run, I do have the phone sitting right here. I have it on and ready to go. So let's fly through this with the purpose. It is 8:08 Hawaiian time. Chee-hoo! Let's go. Avars, what's up, brother? All right, so I want to talk to you guys about this IG Reel thing. Man, you guys know last month I did a 30-day reel run. That sounds funny. It sounds funny to say that, but it's really what happened. I did a 30-day reel run, and let's just say, for lack of a better terminology, it was quite impressive, right? I mean, on a real deal, Holyfield, it was quite impressive. You know what? I just realized something. I should open Discord in this machine in case Paul needs to tell me that something blew up. Anyway, so in the process of doing that, I had some revelations, English, second language. I had some revelations and they were pretty impressive. So I wanted to show you some of the stuff that I was able to grok during my process in attempting to do this reel run, and then why you might want to take a look at it. You know what I mean? You might want to take a look at it. Rich, I agree with you. Knowing those clowns, they'll probably show up at like 4:30. Okay, so let me do something real fast. Let's see. Who we want to be? Who's live right now? Let's see. You know what? We'll be the ocean. That sounds cool. We'll be the ocean today. I was going to put you guys back there, but we'll be the ocean today. Hopefully it works. It might have just come black and then, well, that's stupid. Anyway, so let's talk about this. Part of being a content creator is, of course, growing your base. I have had some pretty amazing success with growing the base using Reels. Now, it doesn't mean that if you happen to blow up on Reels, they're instantaneously going to go to your channel. But it also is kind of silly to not put yourself where you can be seen more. If you were going to be the salesperson for Dasani water, what makes Dasani water so ubiquitous is, well, it's ubiquitous. You go into 7-Eleven, you go into Foodland, that's us, Safeway, maybe you are Kroger's, Piggly Wiggly's. Avars is in the building. We even have a grocery store called Myers, right? So if you go to any of these stores, you're going to find Dasani. I hear a lot of pushback from creators. I don't want to do Reels. I don't want to do TikTok. I don't want to do not Instagram, LinkedIn. Okay, and that's fine. You got to choose what you know you can choose. But you also need to know you're making your job harder. Okay, when you say, I don't want to do IG Reels or TikTok, and I'm going to use those two terms interchangeably right now because they are hustling, right? Right now, as a matter of fact, TikTok's higher than IG. TikTok just surpassed YouTube for what, folks is watching now, mostly kids in that particular thing. And it's not that TikTok is for kids, that the stats that says kids are now watching more TikTok than YouTube. And that may or may not change, right? But that's not really the point. Most of you guys, your market isn't kids. There's a couple people in our group who do like children's music and magic and stuff like that. And so maybe for them, kids might be their thing. And of course, that's a harder target to hit anyway. But for most of us, you can use TikTok and IG interchangeably, and a real pimp would choose both. I'm going to tell you, why should you choose A or B when a real pimp could choose both, right? So for right now, I've been concentrating on IG because I'm in the middle of this Gary Keller thing about doing one thing, like, and stop being the multitasker because, yeah, it's silly. It doesn't really work. Okay, so, and I said that. I know everybody who has heard me say how good I am at multitasking over the last 30 years, I'm sorry. I lied. It's absolute BS. Multitasking is BS, period. It's been proven enough times that I concede. Okay? Even computers don't actually multitask, believe it or not. They give the impression of multitask, but a processor cannot take but so many instructions at a time. So even when your computer has like 16, 17 apps open, or your Chrome has 50 tabs open, Diana Gladney, it's only working on one in the front. And then it throws the other one behind it really quickly. And because they're so fast, it gives the impression that it's multitasking, but even computers can't actually multitask. Okay, anyway, we won't get into that. People start getting mad, get their feelings hurt because somebody finally told them the truth. All right, anyway, so I'm doing IG for now, but I will be adding the TikTok to the thing in a little bit more, but I want to make sure that following the Gary Keller One True Thing, I have been focusing a lot on just IG at the moment. And Tom just popped up. Tom also has been doing a lot of IG stuff as well. So let's get into some of the meat of this, right? I wanted to, did you finish it, Kills? Man, I'm only halfway because I fell asleep on the plane only for like an hour. The thing's only 4 hours. If you're an Audible person, it's a 4-hour thing. If you listen to it on 2x speed, you can get through it relatively quickly. I'm at like 1.5 because there's a lot of good info in there. That's not multitasking, Eileen. It's so funny. Anyway, anyway, so it's a great book, and I probably have like an hour or some odd left, but I am not as far as Keels, which is funny because I think we started at about the same time. Avars is actually killing Reels, and as a matter of fact, we should talk about this in class someday, Avars, because you're actually killing Reels. You're doing fan-freaking-tastic. I've been watching some of the stuff that you've been doing. But let me dive into some of the stuff that I have learned from IG. Okay, everything that I'm going to tell you, I got directly from the source. This is the Instagram Reels, well, not really Reels. This is their creators page, okay? So one thing that you should be looking at, if you haven't done so already, why does my border look like it was made in, I don't know, 1930s? I only like to use like an 8. Where are we going? All right, cool. Sorry, sidetrack. You know how I do. If you're not already following creators on IG, you should. It's creators with an S. It is their account. They basically set you up. So everything I'm going to run you through is on these slides right here, but I'm going to explain it because, you know, nobody ever told them, like, your IG, if you're going to teach people how to get good at Reels, maybe don't do it as a carousel. Anyway, how about you dog food it, player? You know what I'm saying? Anyway, so let's pop over here. Before we get started telling you the really, really Reels, I just want to remind you the reason why you can't do Reels right now, your excuse as to why you can't do Reels, okay, it's true, but that's your fault. That's up to you, right? I just want to say you can ignore every stitch of this, but I don't want to hear you complaining about how long it's taking. Because trust me, YouTube is still king. But the way that kings get taken down is they don't pay attention to what's coming from the flank, right? So TikTok and IG are coming hard. I mean, they are coming super hard. Like they just ate a 40 ounce of Viagra juice. They're coming that hard. So you should be on there. Just trust me. If I'm saying it, if Gary V is telling you all of this, if Instagram, just do it for a month like I did. Do it for 30 days like I did. You'll be shocked. And I'm going to show you some stuff. Let me come over here real quick and do one of these. Listen, I wrote down some notes. The average person who is adopting a Reels-only strategy. Okay, now remember, a month or two ago, that's about 2 months ago, Instagram basically said they're going to be pushing Reels, right? And then the photography community went psycho because they were using their IG as their little portfolio trying to get gigs. And of course, they had issues with that, right? It's Instagram's platform. They can do what they want. Let's get it real, right? That's what I did there. I just did a Tom Buck. Let's get it real. Anyway, the average person who is adapting this Reels only strategy is seeing a 500 to 900% increase in engagement. I showed you guys a couple of weeks ago in the live stream here, I was getting around 940 some odd percent increase on engagement through a Reels only strategy. I'm going to show you Providence in a split second, but I just want you to keep that in the back of your peanut. 500 to 900% increase. At one point, I was seeing like a 1800% increase in engagement. It was only like a short span, but it's bananas. Take that, Rich. Throw the icons. Throw the icons. My little brother's proud of me. I said something punny. Okay. The other thing I want to talk to you about real quick, because I just want to give you some incentive. There is something called Reels Play. And I told myself to send this dang screenshot over to the computer before I got to this part, but I ain't did it. So I'm going to do it real quick. They have a new program. The new program is called Reels Play. Okay, I know some of y'all was waiting to get monetized before you play because that's just how you guys are. You don't like to do nothing unless you're getting compensated. So let me send this image over to the computer real quick, and then you'll see hey, don't go to Max Rebo. You need to go to Grogu. My mini is Grogu because it's tiny, and then my studio is Max Rebo because it's a Studio Max. Get it? You know, Max Rebo from the band. All right. And you Star Wars, non-Star Wars fans, y'all know what I'm speaking about, but Star Wars people, they know where we at. They know where we at. Okay. Let me show you this real quick. Quick, fast, in a hurry. Pop this up here. Woo. Your Reels could be earning you money. Yeah, player. Yes, they can. I don't know why AliExpress wanted me to buy something, but hey. Hey, Eden. Look, Eden's right there, and Pro Camera Hawaii Tony is right there. Anyway, based on the number of plays your Reels got from July 11 to July 9, you could have earned about $104 with Reel Play bonus last month. Right? That's crazy. The other thing I'm confused about is how does it go from July 11 to July 09? But anyway, I could have earned 100 bones. Oh, that's June 11. Sorry. Okay, I'm crazy. From June 11 to July 9, could have earned 100 bones with these Reels. Okay, so when I got that message from the IFG, you know, exactly and excisely what your man did, right? Boom, you're all set. You're now eligible to earn bonuses, right? So I just turned this on a few days ago, and honestly, I think it was about 5 days ago, and I earned $50 in the last 4 days. And actually, I flew, so I missed like 2 days of Reels. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to let you know that now you can get properly compensated for such thing. Can you put your excuse in the bucket, please? I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because then when something dope comes out, like, you know, you get the cool Doc Rock button, and you'd be like, oh, I don't have $100 to spend. You could be like, oh, let me check my Reels account. Oh, look, I got a couple $100 in there. There you are. Then you can press the button. You know what I'm saying? So monetize where you can, people. Step up. Trust me. Like, TikTok is also rolling out a new compensation program. They are trying to give people loot. So yeah, I got it. You know the rules, right? You know the rules around here. First slide. Your excuse is valid. So what? So what? Do it anyway. All right, let's go. So here's what they're asking you to do. They're asking that you make Reels that are entertaining and fun. Something that like gets people attention, you know, makes people happy, makes them laugh. It's fun. It's got a little surprise or a twist, things like that. If you can make entertaining content, you will do really, really well. You will do really well on Reels. Okay, that one wasn't Tom compatible yet. I'm sorry, Tom. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to let you down, little brother. Okay, so the next piece of information is right here. You need, if you can, be inspiring. Like, if you can start a trend. I just watched a video yesterday about the kid that was doing the hey, bay slide. And he was just excited telling people how he came up with it. It was something that he picked up from a marching band and just turned it into a thing. and he has people all around the world. Doctors, nurses, cops, pilots, like little children's, grown folks, people at the barbecue, like even they got like pets trying to do the Bebe slide, and he did it with his remix that he picked up off of Reels, which we'll talk about in a second as well. So if you could do something inspiring, start a trend or whatever, you're really going to be gold, right? And it's very hard to do. I get it, but if you just keep doing stuff, it just might happen. It might happen. Now, oh, that's a good typo. It's supposed to say use the tools. Here, let's fix this real quick. It's supposed to say use the tools. I don't know. I can't fix that. I don't know why your man's typed something altogether crazy like that, but I did. Anyway, use the tools means they want you to use things like the text, the filters, the camera effects, and things like that. Because using those will help you with your engagement and your growth. And it's kind of funny, I don't use very many of them, right? I don't use very many of them. Oh, I know why. Because the Y and the U are next to each other on the keyboard, and I have what they call fat fingies. So use the tools, right? So if you can, use those texts, use those filters, use the camera effects. And there's one right now that's really silly, but all those reels are doing good, and I keep forgetting to do it now that I'm talking about it. It has a little music, and it's like a mariachi band, and all it does is go, look, and you look like Axl Rose, and that particular filter is going crazy. Everybody that I see that's done a reel using that has done extremely well with that reel. Okay, the other thing they want you to use is they want you to use the IG sounds. This is very, very important. People are trying to jack sounds that they like from TikTok or somewhere else and put it on there. Now, I can't believe I'm going to say this out loud. I am a huge fan of Epidemic Sound and Story Blocks, right? And I'm thinking about checking out Artlist, but anyway, huge fan of Epidemic Sounds and Story Blocks. They might be really, really good for your content on YouTube and Facebook, your stories and stuff like that. But in Reels, you want to use the sounds that are already in IG. Just trust me on that. Yeah, it makes a big difference that I'll show you in a second. We will get to that. So use the native sounds. Don't be bringing sounds from someplace else. I'm just saying. They also use trending sounds, and I have a trick for you there. We'll talk about it in a second. So you want to use trending sounds as well. Very, very, very crucial. You'll be surprised. I'm going to show you in a second again. You'll be surprised. Okay, have some fun. Experiment, right? Try some new stuff out. You know, just got to try. You just got to do some crazy stuff, right? Here's a prime example. And I know this is a goofy one because the system has been removed from his room. But for instance, actually we'll use his bass since he has that in the room. Tom could be like, when you're in the middle of content creating and you're editing or whatever, you need to take a break. What do? Here's what I do. And he get up and just go do some random bass lines or whatever, and then come back to like editing, right? He could be like, in lieu of coffee, or with my coffee, I throw a couple bass lines, you know, and then he can say something silly about growing your bass. I don't know. Anyway, show how you take a break, right? Show how you stay creative. I just showed me working on my room, and it did pretty well. So just be experimental, try some stuff. The thing about Reels, they happen so fast. They're being done so many that even if you make something that doesn't fly right away, just make another one. You don't have to freak out over it. Don't make one and wait. This is a mistake that I was making. I was making making a reel and waiting to see what happens. You just want to keep making them. Just keep making them. Maybe probably halfway, don't even look back. Just keep making them. That's the important thing. What's up, Parker and Sammy? Sliding into class late. You guys are cleaning erasers. Okay, I know this is old and everybody says it, but you just got to be you, right? The most important thing is be you. I'm never going to use the A word because it's hyper played out, and I hate when people say it because if you are being authentic, you're not being authentic because you're purposely trying to be. Never mind. Anyway, just be you. Just do you. If you're silly, be silly. If you're serious, be serious. But somehow make it entertaining. Like, do it the way you got to do it. You know what I'm saying? But just just don't overthink it. Reels are if you look at what's on there, you don't have to overthink it, right? Now, before we get into hold on. Before we get into that, let me show you an example, just a little sample of anyway. So I want to show you something real quick. This is, this is the creators page. This was the actual post. I just wanted to leave that there. Let me show you this. All right. So as you know, last week, I gave a speech with my sister Diana talking about content creation. And one of the things that we were talking about is telling these people to I was talking about telling people to get into the IG game, because some of these people are brand new creators, right? They haven't had the opportunity to create enough yet to know what being a creator is like. So if you want to crack the nugget, most of you guys don't fit that description because nugget's already cracked. But if you wanted to crack that nut and you don't have a lot of experience, I was like, start out with reels. If you're scared, start scared. Just whatever you do, just get out there and make some reels. So anyway, at the end of this conversation, we posed a challenge that they create a reel like during the break, right? We were going to take a break from our first we're taking a break from our session, and then we're going to come back and do another session later. So we're like, during a break, let's go make a reel. Let's go get it twisted, see what happens. Okay. So I'm going to show you something. This was last week, Wednesday. And this reel done right here by Marie with the dog, right? I don't know if I can play it. Let me see. No, actually, just think about it. YouTube might get mad at us if we play this. Anyway, this reel made by Marie was a tongue-in-cheek, like hit back at me telling them that the introvert thing is really just, again, some label that people gave you that you don't really need to own. You can be introvert when you want to, extrovert when you want to, or as I call it, an ambivert. Anyway, Marie took the challenge, and in literally the same day, she did 26,000 and done another 1,000 in the last day. But this particular reel has 27,300 views. This by itself, if she was in the program, is $100 reel, right? And the content itself, if I remember correctly from the trending sound, is about 7-8 seconds, maybe 10 seconds. So for literally without saying a word and doing about 10 seconds of facial expressions in a remix, nonetheless, the path of least resistance. The path of least resistance. Someone who had never gotten that kind of play got that kind of play. This is her highest reel to date. These three come after the fact. This one was just posted, so it's growing. But look, she went from 27,000 to 41 to 42. Look at some of the stuff prior to this. 200, 98, 701, whatever, 1,000. This was a 4,000, must have been good, right? But most of her reels were kicking at a couple hundy, a couple of breakthroughs at over 1,000. But all of her attempts before were like this, right? But once you nail a heater, then that gives you the positivity to keep going. So from Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, today, actually that was yesterday, so she took off the weekend. Marie slacker. I hope she's watching. Anyway, she basically took that off and did this. So, yeah, like I'm just saying, people, there's a bunch of people sitting in the squat right now, unroast biscuits. When you make biscuits, you got to let them rise before you throw it in, unless you buy the crap where you poof and just throw it in, right? If you make biscuits like a boss, right, you need them and you got to let them rise. If you don't let them rise before you bake it, you get hockey pucks, right? Some of you guys are sitting in the squat. You have not risen yet because you're waiting for someone else to tell you that it worked. You're waiting for someone else to tell you that they made $1 billion in reels instead of just diving in, right? First of all, it doesn't take a lot of work. It's not going to hurt you. Doesn't take a lot of work at all. Marie did a remix. It took her probably, for that 10-second reel, let's just say it took her 2 minutes. I don't know where she was in this space when she did that. She's sitting on the chair in the hotel. I can tell now. She could have made that in the toilet, right, in the bathroom. So anyway, it goes to show you, yeah, you could do it. I'm going to address a couple questions real quick before I get to the rest, because I saw some decent questions that matches what we're talking about. First of all, not a question. Experimentation is right. A post, sometimes a quick clip from phone gets as much views as highly edited video with deep meaning in it. 100%, Avars, 100%, right? Rich said, is that 27K because it's a remix? Probably, but so what? Yes, I get your point, brother. Yes, probably so. But just look at it. She took the path of least resistance and she bodied it. So now, what is that? I haven't done remixes yet, but watching her do that from inspiration that I gave her, I'm like, yo, I better try a remix just to see what happens, because you never know. If that's the case, yo, we're going to do it more, right? So you'll do a regular content, an inspirational content, a quote, a remix. You just build like a cycle. You know what I'm saying? You got to keep it funky, right? It says, how do you get into the real money? See what you did? Tom, he did it. He got into the real money. I don't know, man. They just invited me. They was like, this player has been banging reels every day for a month and a half. Let me let him in. And they was like, hey, man, you want to come through? I was like, hell yeah. Can I get a plate? And he was like, yeah, make 2 plates. All right, cool. So you know what I mean? You got to show up. Now, Sammy also asked, do you think Instagram reels are better than YouTube short? Who gives a... Hi, Sammy. I'll be nice to you. Does it matter? Does not matter. You guys are looking for silver bullets where silver bullets doesn't exist, right? Which is better, oxygen or water? Your body needs both. It does not hurt, especially someone with your schedule. It doesn't hurt you to do both. So it doesn't matter if one is better than the other. To be honest with you, TikTok is guaranteed the best. At the moment, IG is probably better than YouTube. I don't know how long it'll stay that way, but it's irrelevant. Just do it. Like, it doesn't take that much time. I just told you that Marie did a reel in like less than 2 minutes and she's bodying it, right? So, like, I'm sure at your age, you got 2 extra minutes to make one for IG Reels and one for YouTube. Most of the people here who are claiming they don't have enough time could do this. In the last 32 minutes that you watched me, you could have cranked out 10 reels and just had them scheduled. I'm just saying, don't stop watching. That would be stupid. But yeah, just people, just don't wait for it to be perfect before you dive in. Then it's going to be too late. No, I agree with you, Rich. It's a absolutely genius perspective, but I don't know yet. I'm still experimenting too. So I think that's probably the case, but I'm not quite sure. So I don't want to answer that as gospel chess yet. But yeah, here it is. This is it. Listen to Miss Lady Girl over here. First of all, she makes really phallic looking carrots. The landscape is constantly evolving and we need to follow suit. Ooh. Dina, you know what that just brings to mind? Okay. So as you know, Dina is a farmer adjacent, right? She grows her own stuff in her yard. She grows beautiful food. Her garlic game, quite Herculean. Wait, what's a female Hercules? Oh my God, my Greek mythology is going out the window. Anyway, it's quite Dina-lean. Very good, tasty, fat, delicious garlic, right? Especially I think it's called Black Rose or whatever. It had like zebra stripes. Delicious. When Dina's growing something and that first batch doesn't come out to expectation because things happening with the climate, the environment, whatever, a lot of rain hit. The rain is acidic, not so much in the Pacific Northwest, but whatever. She has to make adjustments to the soil in order for those vegetations to vegetate properly. Dina is constantly adding to her compost, putting in a little bit of organic material, a little potting soil, a little like chicken doo-doo or whatever, Monroe or whatever, and getting it right. And then once you get that right mix, you know at the Home Depot, they sell the rose growing mix for people that are trying to grow these heirloom roses. Like when you get that right mix, all your stuff works. That's content creating. It's just like soil. You have to work it. You got to work that sucker to death, right? You got to add some things and do some things and adjust some things to get it to hit where you need it to hit. So there's not a silver bullet. People, I don't even like Coors Light. It tastes like hockey piss. There's no silver bullet. You have to do these things. You know what I'm saying? So just whatever. All right. I'm just saying. BT, what is up, my brother? Yes, done is better than perfect any day. Better than perfect any day. So I wanted to show you guys the Marie experiment because she has done relatively well. And then let me come back to my profile right here and pull up my reels, because this is when I went to Seattle to go. I showed you guys this before. Some of you guys might not have seen this. I went to Seattle to go hang out with Dina, and I'm doing pretty good. Like on most of mine, I'm getting, into the couple thousands. But I went to go visit Dina, and we went to the Amazon joint. And this 11,000-ish that it got right here, it did most of that within like the first day. What's crazy, this was not in that loop of the stuff that they used to put me into the Reels payment program. And I'm like, damn, because that one would have probably been, $100 reel, right? So anyway, just saying, you can do some really cool stuff. This is me just didn't do as well as I would have liked it to, but you just never know. I'm just showing people how I live stream from the beach with a couple FX3s and a Mac Mini. And, got my Mac Mini, my portable screen, my 5G. Cornbread is a must. That's important. My iPad is a second monitor, and then my little portable display. And I'm just showing people how I set up a live stream from the beach. And I thought that would do better, but whatever, man. It's out there. People are not going to find this in like a search engine or something. This is kind of in Reels discovery. If your reel happens to bang a lot in the first beginning, it will continue to bang, right? But then normally your ramp up is about 2-3 days, and then it moves along. So just get in there and do it. Don't be freaked out. Whatever. Now let me give you a couple of not to dos. All right. So we want to get here. Boom. Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Why my whole thing moving? What's going on here? Don't move. Stay in the middle of the iMac. There we go. All right, so don't do this. Don't produce low quality videos. Just IG will not pump you on the algorithm. They stated it on their own page. They are hammering those videos with low quality. Okay. If the content is visibly recycled, like you see the TikTok logo floating in the reel, they will kibosh it as much as possible. Some of them are hard because they're funny. So this is what people say. People say, oh, but I see a lot of videos from TikTok that have a lot of views. Yeah, that just means the algorithm ain't catchy yet, or there was enough people that jammed it at the very, very beginning, or they bot jammed it, that the algorithm had to let it through because it's causing engagement. Just because somebody does something stupid like candy flip don't mean you should. And if you don't know what candy flipping is, then don't look it up. But yeah, just because somebody else did it don't mean you should. Please do not visibly recycle things. There is repurposing. Repurposing is a different conversation, but I'm going to actually tell you don't be lazy and don't necessarily repurpose it yet. You're going to have to do some experiments with that. But it's so easy to make this stuff. Just make it for the right thing. If you like me and edit in Final Cut, or I got to give you guys a secret. You can edit in InShot and CapCut on an M1 computer. You can run iPad apps on your computer, people. You can run InShot on your computer. It is not that hard to do. Do I have it? Oh, I just updated this computer. It's not on this computer. Is it on this computer? Let me check. I forgot that I erased my stupid machine over here. Yes, I do have it on this computer. I'll pull it up in a second. You can absolutely edit InShot on the other computer. So that being stated, don't don't spend a lot of time, like, I don't know, taking the same content from the other place and putting it to the other place. It just don't make no sense. It'd be the type of people that like to roll up into a restaurant that absolutely serves Coke and then coming in with your Pepsi in your hand, like, you somebody, badass up in here. Let me see, does this work? This may or may not work. Let's see. There it is. Look, InShot on my machine right here. So you can run InShot directly on your what you call this computer. Hey, I already have the paid version. Anyway, we'll deal with that. I can fix that. No, I don't need to do that. I need to do restore purchase. Anyway, I'm not going to mess with this for right now because that's what I get. But I just want to show you that it does work, and you can see this is absolutely working. Hey, I already have that. Just restore my purchase, player. Boom. There we go. He in there. Anyway, so you can come in here real quick. You can go in here. You can start editing your video directly inside. You got all these excess materials up in here. Like, if you want to get whatever, you can run CapCut InShot directly on the M1 base Machina, right? All right, so now you know. Don't be like taking stuff you ripped from TikTok and throwing it on IG. They don't want that. You know what I'm saying? Now, they also don't want to see your video covered up with a bunch of screen trash. What does that mean? Borders, logos from other stuff. Like, again, they could tell that you jacked it from someplace else. If they can tell you jacked it from elsewhere, IG's not going to like that. They're going to kibosh the reel. And yes, I know, I hear you right now. But Johnny posted a reel that he stole from TikTok and he got 3 million views. Johnny got lucky. Don't copy Johnny. Johnny's a jackass anyway. Do the right thing, people. Don't try to buck the system. Nope. Sorry, Tom. Not talking about you. I mean the other people. All right. Cool. Now, make sure that your whole thing isn't covered with text, right? You want to see a little bit of your face or the background and things like that. Don't have it where the whole thing is just covered with text. Splashes here and there are fine, but if it's visibly covered with text, they're not going to let that through because they're going to have the assumption that it's a bot-created reel. And yes, there is such a thing as bot-created reels. There are bot houses all around that are just making reels and clogging up the monkey works, and they are actively working to squash that because they want the user experience to be best. And if it's just the whole thing is covered in text, it just doesn't present well. Now, the caption thing that they allow you to do, that's a different story. They recognize that. That's actually good for you. If you have voice in your stuff, please use those captions and use the IG captions because it does bring ADA compliance, but also add a little style and swag to your joint as well. So let's get that. All right. And then don't do anything against the toss, right? Don't be out here breaking the rules. Like, I don't know, stealing stuff from TikTok and sticking on IG is absolutely against the terms of service. So don't do it. Like, if you want to stay in the program, get monetized, don't do things that are against the terms of service. It's just, they just don't want to see you doing that. It's just not a thing. Now, all I want to say at the end of that is you absolutely got this. You can do this. It is not hard at all. Not hard at all. You can absolutely do this. And that's the end of my presentation. We're going to do the run through real fast, but I'm going to show you something before we dip through this run through real quick. Again, I want to show you some stuff that I found that might help you in the process. All right, let's go over here to the browser. And then this is tocboard. Tocboard is a list of the sounds that are trending. These are from TikTok. Some of these also exist on IG. If they exist on IG, I'll show you how to tell if they are working. I'm not going to play into these because with YouTube, we'll get ourselves in trouble. But I just want to show you that it's a thing. Here's another situation. This is a buddy, Brian. He lives here in Honolulu as well. He has invented this thing I'm going to show you. Check this down. bswisshd. bswisshd. Get that username. Pay attention to it. Somebody, right after I show you this, is going to be like, hey, what's the link to the thing again? I'm telling you what it is. It is bswisshd. 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 I'm going to invite Brian to come on. Brian actually lives here in Honolulu, so he can right over to the spot, and then we could do this in real life. But listen to this. Watch this. In Brian's page, once you get to bswisshd, Rich, you might like this, fam, because you showed me that other site, which name escapes me right now, but I Patreoned it. Anyway, it's called this link right here. You click this link. Down here at the bottom, he has the Get IG Viral Sounds Database Accent, right? Get Viral Sounds Database Accent. Then you click that and you join now. What that will get you to is that will get you to this. Thank you, Whistles. Appreciate you, mama. It'll get you over here. Here is the Viral Sounds Database. Homie updates this joint on a regular basis, right? Let me close this Airtable action. So these are from 7/18, and he has them ranked. They're kind of sort of ranked for the most part. He breaks down whether it's a skit that you lip sync to, whether it's music with no vocals like you do in the inspirational thing. He already breaks down what it is. He gives you some Alicio grade on the side to let you know how banging it is. If it has 5 Alicios, yo, work that sucker to death. This joint right here, which again, I'm not going to click because what you call this company with the red thing? YouTube might get pissed off. It's only a 5-second, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5-second, $5 foot-long reel, but it comes with 5 Alicios, right? So you gonna tell me, player, that you don't got 5 seconds to make a reel, and let's just say it takes you 10x the time set. So if it's a 5-second reels, it takes you 10x that. That's a minute. Right? Okay, let's say it takes you 100 that. That's 5 minutes. So if it takes you 5 minutes to make that reel, that might just, get you some discovery on your channel, show people who you be. Let's get it. Let's get it. All right. So anyway, as you go down the list, you can see all these various things. They got skits, they got music with vocals. Anyway, this updates on a weekly basis, and there's lots of content in here. You can see, oh, look, here's a quote, right? And again, this thing updates on a regular basis. So next couple of days, you just refresh this and be a whole different list. So go to my man bswiss and get on the Viral Sounds database. Why? Because viral sounds do work. I'm going to go back to the Rockstar program in a second. This is super silly. I pointed my camera at the sky, at the moon. Diane and I was in the park trying to shoot night videos and trying to get these kids to come back into do some skateboard tricks, but they just ignored us. Anyway, in less than, I'm telling you, from the time we rode the scooter from here back to our hotel, which was approximately a half a mile, it was really quick, I had 6,800 views. It grew another 1.2 thousand views in the next day. It topped out at about 72222, which is funny. I need another 8 to make it me, 8222. Anyway, just that. And all it is walking to the moon. To be Montana. That's it. That's it. A viral sound, a old AF viral sound, and it banged 8,000. And it's literally, I did nothing in this reel but point at the sky with my phone. It's that bananas. Okay, so I just wanted to show you this. Viral sounds do work. It does help you. All right, let me get back over here and investigate. Rich said a question. Rich said, how much effort do you put into descriptions and hashtags? Everybody's going to want to fight me. Not a lot. The descriptions are for the people, for the robots, not really the people. Instagram famously doesn't let Google scan too much of their stuff. So I don't spend a lot of time on that. And everybody's still in these streets worrying about hashtags. It's dying. I give hashtags 3 to 5 more years. I said it. I give hashtags 3 to 5 more years. They will become irrelevant. Mostly because too many people game it, and because they game it, it causes problems. So here's an example. Just this little sample of how I can kill a man. Sorry, I keep doing Cypress Hill today. In that video that I posted, I put the hashtag Spokane something. I forgot what it was. I guess people used to make fun of Spokane. And I used one of their hashtags. Seconds later, the bot comes in, come and promote it on such and such and such, right? I did another reel yesterday from here, and a similar bot come and promote it on Honolulu Live. I'm like, fool, I am Honolulu Live. Kiss my butt. I'm talking about promoting on something. I don't need to promote nothing in Honolulu. Everybody here knows me, right? And those are bots. And trust you me, they're bots. But those bots find your videos because of hashtags. And those bots are because people make curator accounts. That is a fancy name for some BS. Okay, for instance, there is a really good account called Kyoto Photography. It's actually made by a Japanese photographer, but he collects all of the dope shots that are hashtagged Kyoto or Kyoto. It's not Kyoto. Oh my God, I said that wrong. I hate when people say that. It's Kyoto. It's not Kyoto. It's Kyoto. Anyway, he finds all of the photos that come from Kyoto and he puts them in a single spot so you can find them, and they're dope. It's a really beautiful account. Those accounts do really well, right? So now people are trying to get these curator accounts, and they cheat. They just set up a bunch of bots, and they're just dumb. People forever gaming the system. So because so many people are trying to game the system, I think that most of the platforms are just going to 86 hashtags altogether, and that's it. So I don't spend a lot of time. I do use my personal one. I do put content creator life, and a lot of times I'll put the location, but I don't spend a lot of times scoping out specific tags anymore. And Luis is camera junkie, correct? Viral sounds are sort of the new hashtags as far as discovery go. So I won't ignore them right now, but I don't spend too much time. You know what the problem is, Rich? People like you, me, and that Canadian lady, we will overthink stuff like this and try to make it better than, say, the next person because we're semi-competitive. And I just had to learn the else of that one, right? I let it go. So I don't spend a lot of time on captions anymore. So Avars has the most experience in the room right here. He says, I used to write long captions for photo posts when I started 3 years ago. It doesn't matter anymore. Yeah, I think nobody even reads the ones. Okay, show of hands. My peoples, show of hands. How many of you actually read the descriptions on Reels? Just put it in there. Show of hands. Yes, I do. Some kind of emoji. Just throw any emoji. It tells me that you do. If you don't, then just type no. Here's my thing. When I'm scrolling, real, if I see something interesting and I'm curious as to what it is, I might read the description. Even then, I know. The other thing, here's one. If you see a reel that you like, do that creator a favor and save that reel. The most powerful impact that you can have on a reel is to save it, right? And yeah, if you see a reel that you really, really like, and that sounds funny, and you wanting two things will give the most. If I think there's a link down there or some other information I need, I do. But I really, that's, if it's something I don't know what it is, I'm with you, Rich. If I don't know what it is, I'll look at it because I'm like, what are they doing? I don't understand this. Like, that's probably, if they intrigued me, there you go. That's the proper English for human beings. If I get intrigued by the reel, I'll pop the description to see what it is that has, sparked the curiosity, if you will. So, I know Miss Dina did us a flavor and she threw it up in here. How you doing, Jax? Where'd she go? Dina. There she is. Here's the recap. I'm gonna hit the switches on the next block real quick. Boom. You know your excuse is valid around here. Whatever. Okay. Try to be entertaining. Be inspiring. Use the tools. Learn how to spell. Use IG sounds and especially trending sounds. Use IG sounds, trending sounds. These two things are probably the most important parts of this party right here. Be experimentational. I try all kind of craziness. This is not one of those things where you have to niche. As a matter of fact, sidetrack. I will say 80% hard niche of what you're trying to grow on and 20% of you clowning. Just let folks know who you is. And then you'll find out your personal reels work better and then move that over to like 50-50. Right? I just know people are more curious as to who you are and what you're doing than you standing there going, ancient Mesopotamians was a theological society back in history. Nobody, seriously, folks, nobody cares. Professor Sakaguchi, nobody cares, right? They want to know what Professor Sakaguchi do in his time out when he have the hat sideways. And he'd be like, it's Wu-Tang Wednesday, fam. Let me tell you the greatest Wu-Tang album that ever exists. And they'll be like, damn, we didn't even know Professor Sakaguchi took those patches off his elbow. He's like Wu-Tang personality up in the piece in there. Wrong with direction, doc. Boom. All right. So experiment, be yourself, and then do not, I repeat, don't you wish your reels was hot like me. Don't do this stuff. Don't throw just low quality trash up there. It's not nice. It's not nice. Reels is like putting rims on your car. Make it look good. All right. Anyway, no low quality stuff. Make sure you're not using visibly recycled stuff. If you got to do one, if you're okay, let's say I'm a time constrained creator and I need to do one thing and post it on Reels, TikTok, and IG. Shuffle a couple of things around it. Make sure there's no logos. Use different sounds for each one. That's it. Then you can use the same thing 3 times. Switch the songs up or whatever. All right. Boom. Look out for screen trash. Again, logos from other stuff, just borders, all kind of weird things. Don't do that. Not helpful to the reels, right? And then don't make sure your reels not like overly covered with text. Like, somebody trying to do kind of one of the reels that Michelle and I did, it had a lot of text in it and it did okay, but that's because I kept this text on screen shortly. If you're going to make reels in Canva, just be careful not to just make it mostly text. If you're going to make reels in Canva, put more video into it than you think you need. Then you'll be okay. And yes, you can absolutely generate some pretty dope reels in Canva. If we need to show that again, I will show that again. Let me know. Ooh, you got to click over here, Doc. Make sure you don't do anything against TOS. Goes as said. Most of you folks don't even read the damn TOS, but you should. And you got this. You got this. That's all you need. That's all you need. All right. Let me check on my peoples down here. See where we at. Thank you again, Miss Dina, for the recap. She is on point with the recap. Dun, dun, dun. And then, let's see, checking questions. Boom, boom, boom. Thank you, Mr. Todd. It's good to see you here. Jackie is giving the thumbs down. I hope you gave the thumbs up on the actual live stream, though. Jackie. Dina says she reads it depending on real. I think we're all about the same. Junkies 50-50. Keely is like, nah, ain't nobody had time for that. Rich is the same as me. How do you access save reels? That, my friend, is a fantastical question. Let me see if I can do it from the desktop real quickie here. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Oh, there you go. I can do it from the desktop. Thank you, Mel. I appreciate you. All right, listen. So you're over here, and I'm on the desktop. This is the same thing on your phone. Let me just look at it because I'm going to say something stupid. Stupid. On your phone, if you hit your face down in the corner, I'm sure it has your saved thing. Ooh, go to the house. No, go to this. Yes. That's what you're tagged in. Click on the phone. Oh, on your phone, I'll show you in a second. Let me screen shoot it. I'll show you in a second. Let me show you on this computer first. Anyways, right here. It says save it. Right? Chill. Boom. Save it. La, 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 la. There you go. So if you're on the desktop, you hit that, you can see the save it reels. And then let me take you back here to the phone. Let's do one of these numbers. Let's turn on NDI HX capture. NDI. Wah, bah, bah. Bum, 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 bum. Dun, 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 dun. Bum, 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 bum. I know you guys are like, man, Doc is a strange individual. Yes. What's up, people? How y'all doing? Howdy. Top of the morning to you. All right. So we need to switch this to tall. Schmeckang. Put it right here. And then embiggen it. There you go. It's embiggened enough. At the very top, you got the little hamburger menu up here, right? Oh, make sure you switch your account to creator, by the way. That's important. Click on the hamburger menu, and then saved is right down here in the middle, right there. You know what I'm saying? Right underneath QR code. Oh, yeah, by the way, you do have a QR code for your thing. If you guys want to follow me on IG, scan the code right now. Hey, I pointed in the right direction, Stephanie. You see that? I actually did it. That never happens, but that was pure luck. Anyway, yeah, there you go. And you should probably screenshot this so that you can use it. And whenever you need to have your QR code for something, you can use that. So when you're trying to help people follow you and you got a weird name like Promo Tech Tools Dallas Barbecue Rich, then you can just give the QR code. Anyway, so yeah, you can access your save reels like that. And that's funny because the saving isn't necessarily because you're going to go back and watch it again. I'm thinking of it as a way to give credit where credit is due. Rich had a pretty good reel yesterday. Let's see if I can find it. Because after I seen that reel, Rich, I was like, man, I want a Grimace pool floater because it just seemed amazing. Wait, is it on big promotions? Nope, not this one. Is it this one? Oh, yeah, it was this one. This was pretty cool, actually, gang. I like this. This is a good idea. And I'm going to assume from the text he did this in CapCut. If I'm wrong, Rich, please let me know. I'm just looking at the text and kind of assuming what you did. But
last week you talked about Camp McDonald.
This was cool because it had a good pace. You got him and his partners talking story. And then he's talking about how people was lined up at McDonald's trying to get this pool float and they couldn't really get at it. And it was good. So talking to people in his echelon, people that do what he do, this was very, very good information. It was a well done reel. And now that we're here, Rich, did you use CapCut for that? Because that was kind of good. Anyway, let's see what else he put today. Oh, come on, fam. Oh, I love French fries. That's a hotel? Oh, man, that's good. Okay, so first I'm going to save that. That gives Rich some love. Then I'm going to press like because I like it. And then I can go over here and be like, oh, my God. Do you put YS or IES? I always wonder. Anyway, I do YS because it's boots, like the boots. Anyway, so that I liked it, and then I did that, and then all I gotta do is come over here, hit that, I hit the save, and then that just gives Rich a bunch of love on the reel. That's actually a pretty interesting reel because I like those what today is today, what day is today, those things like that. So that's really helpful. Now, this is really well done, and I want to just see the end where he puts. Oh, nice. Okay, I'm going to tell y'all what Rich did. Rich has been paying attention. He's been paying attention. Okay, so on this bad boy, that little sweeper thing at the end, the wipe, I believe he has it at the front and the back, so it looks like a loop. And that is brilliant. That is brilliant. This French fry day, Rich got 2,200 views since probably today because I just saw the Grimace one last night. So he must have just did that. So very good. Very good. Good. And oh, look. He got T-Pain for Alka-Seltzer. This is good, man. So this is a good example of repurposing. This is a very good example of repurposing. Thank you for allowing me to tell everybody your business, Rich. That was a very good example of repurposing. Yes, through your settings tab. That's it. Thank you. Oh, hold on. Elaine's here. Hold on. Wait a second. We got to do this real quick. Okay, now I'm back. Nobody saw that. Hi, Elaine. That's funny. Oh, man, yeah. Oh, good. Thank you, Kelly, for putting that. Because, yeah, Mel, I know you're brand new, but it helps me find the question. You got lucky today because not that busy. Sometimes I'll miss it if I don't see it. Canva is the bomb for making reels. Love that. Thank you. Aubrey say you got that. You know it. On the phone, you can see, yes, I call it the hamburger menu. The 3 lines, I call it the hamburger menu. It probably has a much better name than that. What are you talking about, Adam? Oh, I got it. Yes, there you go. Never mind. Thank you. Oh, what? See, people YouTube suggestions does work. So Mel found us. Everybody, let's give Mel aloha and welcome to hanging out with us over here with the Drop Squad. This is what we do. We have fun. Oh, nice. Yeah, I definitely have saved cooking reels to go back and try to remember to do that. And yes, Rich did make that reel. YouTube is requiring shorts now. They want to compete with all the other short content platforms. Makes sense. Oh, a Fiverr dude did that in Femora. Okay, nice. Hey, what's up, Ross? Good to see you here, fam. Thank you. Rich said he edited it not in CapCut, or he did it in CapCut. All right. What's up, Cicely? Good to see you here. Boom, yeah, those are very good reels. Very good reels. And Kills is reminding you guys to join the Chords of Disc. Let me see if I can come over here and do one of this. Hey, look, we're going to do something silly. This is not even download. This is just play. Look, if you need to get in the Discord, you can scan that baby right there or click the link in the chat. This was me animating a slide. So it's already, it just happened to be there, which is dope skis, which is absolutely dope skis. All right, gang. Hey, no, thank you, Mel. Thank you for being here. And, not just for me, for any live streamer you go visit, no matter who it is, you should always throw the Q colon. It really helps, especially on fast moving chats. Like if you end up in a Nick Nimmons stream or a Sean Cannell stream, throwing that Q will help them find you much quicker. This is how people get seen, and a lot of people don't realize that, and they be asking the same question over and over and over again. And I'm like, man, if you would just form your question as a question, they'll probably find you because we have software to help us do this. Paul is making fun of me because I opened the Discord so that Paul can say stuff to me if he need be, and I forgot to I forgot to join the channel. I just opened the software. All right, gang. If you don't have 3 dots is a meatball menu. Yeah, there you go. I call it 3 dots mochi because of Japanese mochi. Yeah, it's funny. Anyway, guys, if you don't have any more questions, I'm going to be hammering on this stuff for a little bit. Just because, man, like it seems to be working a lot as a discovery mechanism, right? We often talk about being found or being seen. And this is a good discovery mechanism to help people get to your real content. But what I will tell you for right now, a lot of people are like, put your call to action, put your subscribe to YouTube and stuff like that. I don't do that. I don't feel that you should beg on another platform, right? To me, it's not good graces, right? So instead of begging on another platform, I just create good stuff and trust in the soup that people will eventually click on the profile and try to find more about you. If you sprinkle it in every once in a while, okay. If you have an ending on everything, maybe not. Podcasts, a little different maybe, but like trying to drag them from IG to YouTube, I think that's a good way to get the algorithm to be like, nope, and then kibosh your thing. So I stopped saying, go see my YouTube video on Instagram so much. Once in a while is fine. Repeatedly, every other post, not a good look. And I'm curious who wants to try the Reels only strategy. If you do, we can make a spot in the Discord to talk about how things are going with our Reels only strategy. So far, so good. I'm telling you, for me, it's absolutely working. And yeah. Thanks, Elaine. I love this hat. I wore it on Saturday for my live stream on Saturday. Oh, 3 vertical dots is a kebab. There we go. Yes, you can do it in Ecamm. We do it all the time. 3 squiggly lines is spaghetti menu. Yes. And look, she spelled favorite like a true Canadian. I get a ton more traction from Reels than my IG posts, 100%. And here's the thing. YouTube wants us to do shorts. I get way more traction on IG Reels and TikTok than you do on shorts. I mean, tons more. Right now, guys, TikTok is still king. I am probably going to dive into that around mid-August, September, once I finish my experimentation over here. Because for all intents and purposes, I am not using it as a growth mechanism per se. I am doing a lot of experimentation. So I'm experimenting so you guys don't screw stuff up. So I want to do IG and TikTok simultaneously, but Gary told me stop doing crap like that. So I'm listening to Gary right now and doing one thing. So let's see how it works. I'm going to keep banging these reels away. And then, you don't got to worry about it, people. You don't need to dance. You don't need to do anything. You could just do remixes, as my friend Marie have shown us. Anyway, let me go check on the Spectrum, guys, because I am getting my gig fiber today, and everything is going to be boom, boom, boom. The Reels only strategy means no pictures on IG, just Reels. That's what that means. Not like don't do YouTube Shorts and TikTok. I will eventually put them on YouTube and TikTok as well. What I mean by Reels only strategy on IG. So don't confuse that. Sorry if I made that sound crazy. Just maybe crazy. Oh yeah, and this is what I was going to show you. This is the dongos. This is where I call them mochis, because mochi dongo, right? Or the hanami, it means look like flowers. Super delicious. Very, very easily found all over Japan. They're very delicious. I normally get all one color dipped in the sweet sauce. It's called mitarashi sauce. They don't have a picture of it on here, but it's the bomb diggy. Oh, somebody's trying to make their own mochi. They crazy. Making mochi is a lot of work. Anyway, this has nothing to do with the cost of tea in China. I'm just telling you about my favorite Japanese desserts. Family, I will see you guys in the next one. This is what Avars is saying is very true. Avars, I'm going to fix his name one of these days. Instagram is greater than TikTok. It's greater than YouTube Shorts. Yes, seems to me that's what I'm getting so far. IG is doing the best for me. But then again, I don't spend a lot of ticking on talks. And I like how you put tick. Anyway, we're going to figure this mess out and we'll be there. I do want to give you some quick updates on the fast on the reel. I didn't pull the graphics yet because I'm silly, but I am going to be speaking at Podcast Movement, probably hungover from hanging out with Rich. And then I'm going to be speaking at Content Marketing World in Cleveland after that. And then it's off to POV, in which I will be speaking with my homie Whistles. Chee-hee! I'm so excited. Whistles is going to kick in with Diana and I up in POV. The code for POV right now, Ecamm Fam, will get you a discount if you're coming to People of Video. So use the code Ecamm Fam. I will try to pull all the graphics and stuff together for next week so you guys can have an easier chance. But if you need a code, just reach out. I can get it to you. I think Whistles and I will have codes coming up very, very soon because we get speaker codes, right? Keely gonna be like, hey, y'all want to use my speaker code? And I'll be like, you go, girl. Okay, so anyway, hope to see you in New York. Hope they give Whistles a visa so she can cross the border. Michelle already got her. Oh my God, Keely and Michelle in the same state. Somebody going to prison. I'm just saying. Okay, gang, thank you for being here. You guys rock. When you post your reels, it says you can tag people. Tag me. If you want me to see and give you some critiques or just tell you whatever, like, just tag me. You can go in you can say tag. Boom, you can tag me. If you guys want to do remix together, let's plan something. So I don't know if it's already there. If not, somewhere between Keely and I, we will make a IG, like Reels, IG strategy type thing in the Discord, and then we can just discuss further in there. I will see you guys on Saturday, and I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I love you guys. Let's get these reels popping. Thank you. Mahalo. Peace out. A-Town Stump.
City of mine, how I love the city of mine. It never gets me down. City of mine.